One of the topics that comes up frequently is taxation and paying taxes, and how not-for-profits aren't going to pay taxes. You're establishing a foundation to avoid paying taxes, and nothing could be farther from the truth. We are fortunate insofar as the Philippines has a very reasonable tax rate, both corporate and individually. So from that regard, it's not bad, but foundation itself will be paying payroll taxes, SSS benefits, which is equivalent to SSI in the U.S. The foundation will be paying property taxes, which I don't think it's required by law to, but given that the property is leased out at no cost, that's a minor consideration in reality at the end of the day. And each and every one of the commercial ventures that are established to provide jobs, training, and potentially futures for the formerly vulnerable members of society, all of the commercial ventures will pay taxes in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles, or generally accepted accounting practices. So that is pretty much a given. The reasoning behind that is because, one, the laws and structures that are in place for a reason, and there's no need to buck the system. There's no need to try to game the system. Corporate tax rates, commercial tax rates in the Philippines are roughly 17 to 20%. And if and when we become so large that is a point of concern, there are all sorts of things that we could do, like providing training inside the commercial ventures for people with no experience, no skills, and no education to learn and to develop skills and establish a trade where they can earn a viable income. And ideally, even to push them on their way so they become direct competitors. We're not at all afraid of the competition, because they're going to hire their own people, and we think that's absolutely great. The programs are in place to pay taxes in accordance with generally accepted accounting practices, simply because that's not something we're trying to avoid. The rates here are not outrageous. In other areas where we build, they may be more expansive, but again, with the international support in place and the ability to legally mitigate the tax liability, to legally mitigate that. Let me rephrase this one more time, just to avoid any confusion. To mitigate tax liabilities if and when it becomes a necessity, while in the meantime continuing to pay taxes in accordance with GAAP. The system not only supports the local communities, but also supports the local government units, supports the provincial governments, and supports the national government. And does so without compromising any of the efforts we're taking. We're not going to be asking for any additional tax breaks. We're not going to be asking for any additional considerations. There really is no need to ask anyone to suffer for the benefit of somebody else. That is antithetical to everything that we stand for and everything that we hope to practice. So while we do ideally want to be able to provide increased social assistance without placing any additional burdens on the productive and contributing taxpayers of society, at the same time, it wouldn't be fair to ask them to continue contributing if we were not contributing as well. So yes, we will be paying very much paying our taxes. We will be actively paying our taxes and subject to many of the same audits everybody else is, which, again, God love them, that's one of the reasons I love it here. So if you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to let me know. And hey, we're still looking for commercial investors, so if you're of a mind to set up a private island in paradise, now's your chance. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below.